unnerved, to be honest, but honestly, I've been staying out here for almost a year now, so unfortunately, it does not surprise me. Yeah, but overall, I'm looking to relocate for me and my children because right now, I don't feel safe.
Parents say they had to jump on top of their children as bullets pierced the walls of their Southeast Atlanta apartment complex. Thanks so much for joining us on this Thursday evening. I'm Eric Perry in for Russ Spencer.
I'm Christine Spiro and for Courtney Bryant. Medics rushed 4 people who were shot on Martin Street to the hospital. Now police are looking for multiple shooters.
Yeah, Fox 5's Alexa Liacco talked with neighbors. Alexa, they say they're scared to just walk around their community.
They are, and they're calling on APD tonight to stay on patrol and hopefully prevent something like this from happening again. We spoke with several moms today, some who had to shield their children from the gunfire, and one woman who lives in this apartment right here, which is right next to where this shooting happened, says she woke up to find 4 bullets lodged in the wall of her living room.
I just grabbed my child and dropped down to the ground.
This is the first time I ever experienced something like this.
Talithia Rose heard arguing outside her apartment on Martin Street early Thursday morning when suddenly that argument took a violent turn.
The next thing I know, I heard gunshots go off, so I jumped on the floor.
Atlanta police say 3 women and 1 man were shot just after midnight. Investigators believe the shooters drove up to this building and fired at a group of people inside the apartment.
The shots came from my neighbor's house. They shot through their window, and it went through their window through the next apartment, then it went over to my apartment in my living room. Bullets are stuck inside of my wall.
Rouse said she went to check on her neighbors and heard a young woman crying.
When I looked inside of the house, they were laying on the floor.
We spoke with other neighbors who say this kind of violence makes them want to move.
I'm a little unnerved, to be honest, but overall, I'm looking to relocate for me and my children because right now, I don't feel safe. Thank God my kids wasn't in there because, you know, you never know what could have happened.
Police say the suspects drove off in a black Dodge Ram with a license plate of SCN 0941. Neighbors hope police will put more officers in their community to make sure this doesn't happen again.
When you're, because they're always here, make your presence known. Patrol the area, the community more. We need to see you guys out here.
And APD is asking anyone who may have seen that black Dodge Ram to call 911 and report it immediately. We're still working to confirm the conditions of those 4 people who were shot and are in the hospital tonight. Live in Southeast Atlanta, Alexa Liacco, Fox 5 News.
You can understand why those residents are rattled over this. Alexa, thanks so much. Atlanta police are searching for the gunman in a drive-by shooting that sent a man to the hospital. Officers were called to Smith Street this morning. Police tell Fox 5 the victim was walking down the road when he heard a car horn and saw a vehicle make a U-turn towards him. It was then the victim said he heard around 10 gunshots coming from the vehicle and realized he had been shot. The man was taken to Grady by a private vehicle. Investigators have not said whether they believe the victim was targeted or if this was a random act of violence. In DeKalb County, a man will spend life in prison for killing the mother of his child outside a daycare. A jury found Taco Nash Jr. guilty of murder, aggravated assault, family violence, kidnapping, aggravated stalking, and cruelty to children. Prosecutors say he shot and killed Makia Montgomery. Her family says she was picking up her child from the daycare on Snapfinger Park Drive back in June of 2022. The child's father, Nash, showed up and started threatening Montgomery. Daycare employees tried to step in, but she ran into the woods with her baby, and that's when police say Nash shot her. The baby only suffered minor injuries.
Staying in DeKalb County, police have offered a $5,000 reward for information in connection to a lounge shooting. Officers say 30-year-old Xavier McCleary was shot and killed during some sort of dispute. It happened inside the Plush Lounge. That's on South Rainbow Drive near Decatur. This was back in 2014. Investigators want to question these 3 men you see listed as persons of interest. In Coweta County, deputies want to find the gunman accused of shooting a man at a home during a robbery. Take a good look at your screen. This is a picture of the victim, Omar Stiegel. Investigators say he was found shot inside of his home on Gator Circle in Noonan. This happened back in April of 2023. Deputies say evidence suggests the front door was kicked in while Stiegel was still in bed. Security footage later showed two men running with duffel bags believed to contain drugs.
A house caught fire this afternoon in southwest Atlanta. The home is a total loss. The fire broke out on Emily Place, just south of Donald Lee Hollowell Parkway. When crews arrived, they say there was heavy smoke coming from the back end of the house. They say no one was at home at the time.
Once crews was able to get in, start fire attack, it got to a point where if the fire was just too much, it got into the attic space. Then we just pulled everybody out, went defensive warning. At that point, then, like I said, we had collapse of the roof area. And then at that point in time, we just continuing defensive work.
No word on what caused the fire.
Chicago police are searching for the person or people responsible for a deadly mass shooting. Officers say a dark-colored vehicle drove up to a crowd of people and then just started shooting. This all took place overnight outside the Artist Lounge and restaurant that's in the city's River North neighborhood. Authorities say a total of 18 people were shot, 4 of them killed.
Last night's shooting, let's call it what it is, it was deplorable and cowardly. You roll up to a location where we have an event going on. Multiple people exited that venue. They were standing on the sidewalk when a vehicle pulled up. It was around 11 o'clock last night, and they opened fire on a crowd. They didn't care who was struck.
So far, police have not made any arrests, but authorities ask anyone with information about the shooting to come forward.
The Louisiana Attorney General's office has charged the 10 men who escaped from the New Orleans Justice Center jail last month. Attorney General Liz Murrill says they all have a simple escape charge. They will be prosecuted in Orleans Parish Criminal District Court. 9 of the 10 inmates who escaped from the facility have been recaptured. Investigators say they broke a jail cell door and breached a wall behind a toilet. Derek Groves remains on the run tonight. Under Louisiana law, the accused escapees could serve 2 to 5 years if convicted of the new charge.
Well, tributes continue to pour in this afternoon over the death of Atlanta attorney, really a big name here in the city, Thomas Samson Sr. Samson was co-founder and manager of partner of the law firm Thomas Kennedy Samson and Tompkins, which is the oldest black-owned law firm in Georgia. Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says Mr. Samson was a pillar of excellence in the legal profession and tireless mentor to generations of black attorneys. Fulton County Commissioner Marvin Arrington says Samson's leadership in the Georgia bar helped pave the way for a more inclusive profession. Just 2 years ago, his firm celebrated 50 years of service in the community.